Well, good evening YouTube and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino beer review. Today you have the Rhino and we are looking at a beer that I picked up at the LCBO recently. We are going to look at this beer right here in my hand. This is Amsterdam's Adventure Series Farmhouse, well, from the Farmhouse series in their Adventure Series. It's small batch 2016. It is the homegrown Saison. So homegrown Saison is 6% alcohol by volume. This is an expensive bottle right here too, more money than I'd ever really want to pay for a Saison. Now, over here it says, traditionally farmhouse ales were brewed using ingredients that were grown on the farm. Homegrown takes inspiration from this idea and showcases Ontario grains and hops in this Saison style brewed with red fife wheat, 6 and 2-row malt, spelt cascade hops, and a blend of locally sourced Ontario yeast strains to add complexity. Cheers to supporting local. IBU 35. If local meant bottles like this all the time, I don't know. Anyway, here, I'm just being a dick about that, okay? I know I'm going to get people all worked up. I'm just being a dick there. Now, this part, however, Amsterdam's Adventure Brews. Amsterdam Adventure Brews are small batch, innovative beers that are designed to take you on an adventure in taste. We invite you to explore a beer that is truly original, from ingredient selections, brewing, and aging process, all the way through to the aroma and finish. I do not find anything adventurous about a Saison. There's billions of Saisons around. It's like making Amsterdam IPA and putting it in the Adventure Series. Yeah. Wow, that was fairly powerful right there. It's like it was coming back at me going, fuck you for saying I'm not adventurous. Watch me pop your cap through your light. But yeah, it's like when the Epiphany series started for Black Oak, and the first Epiphany series beer was a Belgian quad aged on cherry wood, and then Epiphany number 2 was an Imperial Saison. That's kind of what going from the sours and Imperial stouts and things aged with weird ingredients that the Adventure Series originally was, to going, hey, here's our Saison. It's made local. So beautiful color though, I mean, all honesty, beautiful, like, brassy color, bright white head, what's there. Still a little snap crackle pop. Looks good. For a Saison, I expect a little more haze myself, but it's fine. Looks nice, it's appealing. Scent. Okay, a little touch of tartness, almost. I know they didn't use Brett. I'm pretty sure they're using Escarpment Labs. Now that's an assumption, so I'm assuming here. But when they're talking about locally grown yeast strains, I'm assuming they're using Escarpment Labs yeast strains. I don't know what their yeast strains all are yet. There's only a couple breweries that use them, but this does kind of have almost like a Brett-like funk to it. You get that neutral graininess that comes off of most beers that are wheaty, with that funk, a little touch of almost like an apple ester, and a touch of clove. Let's try the beer. Cheers. You know, I love these wine goblets that don't have the stem. At the same time, without the stem, they kind of lose a little bit of their visual appeal. Now, I'm going to have to look up the price that I paid on this from the LCBO. I wish I could actually do it while I was chatting with you, but we're recording on my phone right now, so we can't use my phone to look it up. Watch. Okay, Google. See, nothing happened. Didn't open up. Really, it's a fine beer. Neutral graininess up at the forefront, drying on the back end. That wheat drying, your whole mouth dries out. A little bit of sweetness. A little bit of almost a clove-like afterburn. And that's about it. There's nothing else really to this beer. It's a fine beer. It hits the style points as a Saison, although it's kind of lacking in that aspect for myself as well. And the price was somewhere in the $5.95 to $9.95 range. I don't usually have that big of a brain gap with it, but I think it was $6.95. I think it might have been a $7 beer. Excuse me, which is still better than the Oast House price for a Saison, but why pay $7 for this when you can almost get, or even if it was more, I don't remember, but why, I think it was that, why pay 6 or 7 when you could go pay 4 and get the King Street Saison from Block 3? I don't think it's a bad beer. I just don't think I'll ever drink it again. A little bit of a warming sensation on it too, which is weird for something that's only 6% alcohol. Out of 10 on this, I'm gonna give it a 6. Thank you guys for watching. The Albino Rhino looking at Amsterdam's homegrown Saison. I do like a lot of Amsterdam products. This just isn't one of the ones I love. I know I'm gonna piss people off, but I don't understand why you get angry. I don't like your beer. No, I shouldn't even say your beer, because I'm not talking to the brewers here. I'm talking to people that love the brewery. I don't like the beer. Doesn't mean anything. It just means I don't like the beer. Like, the fact you can't figure that out. Ooh, there was a lot of splooge at the bottom. Okay, we'll give it one more sip now that the splooge is there. That's what I expect when I pour a Saison. I was so close to the bottom, though, that I didn't expect it to still be crystal clear if there was going to be splooge at there. Okay. Overall, the splooge actually makes it a better beer. It gives it a little more body. Gives it a little more of that weedy taste. It cuts the dryness a little bit. Brings the clove up a little bit. It makes it more of a beer. I'd move it up to a 6.5 with the splooge. Yeah. Yeah, 6.5 sounds about right. But yeah, I don't get the people to get angry about it. Ah, you're a fucking idiot. You don't like the... It's beer. It's beer. There's millions of beers around the world. There's beers we're not going to like or don't want to drink again. It's beer. Grow the fuck up.